Welcome to the Women in Leadership Body, Soul, Mind, and Business podcast. I'm Charlie.
And I'm Heather. And together we are working to connect women in leadership and business, building relationships, empowering each other, improving the health and wellness of our community, body, mind, and soul, sharing the heart and soul of who we are and what we do. And today we have a very special episode. Yay!
B is here.
Well, let's do the introduction.
I know.
You just jumped ahead. We love you.
Back with us today is an amazing soul. This soul is an artist, friend, family member, and most importantly is done with high school.
Welcome back to the table, B.
Hi guys. You've seen me on here before a couple times.
So she is done with high school, and there's some transition period for both the graduates and the parents, which we will talk about some more. But let's start with all of our people in our life that are graduating, whether it is from high school, preschool, kindergarten, college. Hey, I tech school.
Have some friends that just finished their doctorates.
Right.
Whatever your big accomplishment is, good job. Don't forget to enjoy that. You did a big thing, and we're all very proud of you, and would love to see your pictures and shout out and support you and share our love with you.
Give yourself a round of applause.
I want to start with a cute little tune. It's to the tune of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So it made me think of kindergarteners when they're graduating from kindergarten and preschool. I just remember that was so special when that your first baby especially graduates from preschool. It's like they're going to big school now, right? Rainbow, rainbow way up high. You're so pretty in the sky. All your colors are so true, red and yellow, orange and blue. Rainbow, rainbow, you're so bright. You're made with rain and light.
That's cute.
Isn't that cute?
I like it.
I was like, oh.
Oh, and the metaphors.
I know,
right?
We're made with rain and light. I was like, oh. Okay, I got the feels, right?
Right.
We got the tissues handy, the fancy tissues handy.
The fancy tissues, right here, you guys.
So I thought it was interesting that 91% of Washington State public schools, because that's the people that report. So if students are enrolled in the public school system, 91% of them are graduating this year.
Woohoo!
I think that's really awesome. I feel like that's better than it used to be when we were kids.
Yeah, I feel like it's higher than when we were kids too. I think it was somewhere around 87% or something.
Yeah.
I grew up in Tacoma, you guys.
So 94% of public schools across the nation in average. And then Montana actually has the highest graduation rate in the country, which I thought was pretty cool. So we were thinking, yay, Amanda's state.
Right?
I know. Who else do we know in Montana? You need to let us know if you're watching from Montana. Good job at getting your kids through public school system. Woo! You survived it.
Top gifts to give the 2022 graduate, you guys. We were really impressed with this list. Okay, number 1 is personalized jewelry.
What do you think of that, B?
Yeah.
I mean, I make my own custom jewelry, so yes, I agree.
Yes, absolutely. Right. And soon we might be expecting maybe an Etsy shop in the realms of making my own custom jewelry artist, young lady.
And I'm planning for when that gets set up, there will be an option where you can request a necklace that hasn't yet been made, and you're like, oh, I want this, and I can make it happen.
That makes sense, because once they start to see what you do, that will really, really make sense. I totally see the theme, getting ready, ordering the special theme jewelry to go with the numerals,
because it's fun.
It's
right?
super
we use our
fun.
accessories because they're fun.
All
Very
right.
cool.
Number 2 is I thought this was really funny. Like move out stackable boxes or crates.
Here, pack your stuff. You graduated. Get out.
That made me laugh, but I like a really nice set of
Uh-huh.
them. Like you know,
Mhm.
that's not something that they're
Well,
really
and-
able to afford, and then that's something they can take with them and use.
And yeah,
it's
and
thoughtfully and funny at the same time.
a lot of graduates are continuing to stay with their parents and things like that right now because of the cost of living, inflation, gas prices, you name it. There's lots of reasons why high school graduates are not currently, for the most part, able to step out of high school into a career
Right.
that fully supports them,
Right.
you know.
I
So
mean,
there's
our
other plans.
medical insurance, we keep them on until they're 26. I mean, that's a good indicator that our jobs aren't done when they turn 18. Right.
No, our jobs as
Right.
parents were never done. We're just, you know, I'm creating this space with B right now where it's like, okay, you're 18, you graduated high school. It's different because now you're in charge of your schedule, you're in charge of your decisions, and I don't have to.
I'm an adult. I don't have curfew anymore.
What?
You want to eat ice cream for breakfast?
I can't
Have
stop
ice cream for
you.
breakfast.
I
You
mean,
have
I
the
probably
consequences
bought
of
the ice
that.
cream myself anyway. So
Right. Okay,
Nice.
number 3 was cookbooks, which I think is a really great idea.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
And then maybe like even like everybody in the family go through like, this is the one we use on Thanksgiving. This is, you know, like
Uh-huh.
if you have like a brand of cookbook that your whole family uses, I feel like either you're a Better Homes or you're Betty Crocker, right?
Right.
Whatever
I have
it
a Betty
is or
Crocker
what,
cookbook. It's
you
the
know,
same one my mom had.
right?
Yeah.
Mine's the Happy Herbivore. Like, you know, like what is it like if you were to do that, like go
Yeah.
through and have everybody like
Mhm.
write in like their little suggestions or tips or
The
I always
favorite
add.
recipes get highlighted.
Yeah.
Or put together a family recipe book.
Oh,
That's fun too, right?
Right.
A family cookbook. Like these are the meals we normally make. This is
this is how you make
This
those
is how you make
meals.
those
Oh,
meals.
I might need to do
Yeah.
that one.
I'm planning on getting some recipes from Margaret.
yeah.
Great grandma makes the best baked goods.
Are you gonna
Best
have to like
cookies
go
ever.
over and like write it down as she makes it?
Mhm.
Cause well, she doesn't even like measure stuff anymore. She's like about that much of this and some of that, a sprinkle of this. And you're like, those aren't measurements, but all right, I believe you. I trust that you're right.
But you can actually have her do that like into a
Mhm.
different bowl and then like measure it. So you have her, and then you could, this is so exciting because then you could call it that measurement, but know what, like it's a half a cup or 2 tablespoons, about a tablespoon, you know, like
Yeah.
but and have
What
like
is
a
a
cheat sheet.
sprinkle?
A sprinkle is
Right.
an eighth of a teaspoon.
That's a fun idea too.
Right? That would be really cool.
And guys, number 4
oh, holy crap.
for your readers, we were
Wait. I was like, what?
the 4 agreements.
Shut the front door.
We
We never
talked
talk about this book ever.
We thought that was fabulous. So make sure you guys check out 4 Agreements Week in July. It's
My hat is escaping.
great.
Your head is a
Awesome.
scape.
And pick up your copy of 4 Agreements, and for your graduate, for yourself, for a friend,
For the whole family.
for everybody. Everybody gets a copy.
Your family gatherings will change if the entire family reads this book.
Great.
I can guarantee it.
Okay.
All right.
And then we wanted to talk about party tips because not only do we have a lot of friends who have kids graduating, there's a lot of big transitions going on, and there's a lot of celebrations and things to make that happen.
And especially since it's PTSD Awareness Month and like thinking about like what does gathering all of these family members around bring up?
Mhm.
What comes up? What are you afraid of that's going to happen at the
Mhm.
party? Like, you know, so
Or
there's
things that you don't think of ahead of time normally, we've got a few tips for you. Okay, so party tips. Number 1,
Number 1, have a friend who recognizes when the garbage needs to be taken out.
As the graduate's parent, you have 3 main jobs at this party: to greet and talk with your guests, many of whom are probably your own friends and family you haven't seen in a while. Number 2, to graciously receive the well-deserved congratulations of said friends and family.
Feel your feels.
Right, feel your feels. And 3, to check in with your graduate from time to time. Notice that none of these things is empty the garbage or restock the sandwiches.
It is not your job this day.
Ask a friend to do it. I have asked Heather to step in as my secondary mom to make sure all that stuff is handled for me. The second thing I asked Heather to do is also very important.
You want to dedicate someone else to be the photographer.
Right.
That way you can still be present and focused in the moment. You don't need to worry about capturing them on video. You don't need to be looking through your phone. You know, you can be present in the moment. It's very exciting.
Right. And you can always post to social media later or have that person post for you. But
anyone can take decent pictures on their phones nowadays. That does not mean you. So, and you know, there's cool things where you can have a family chat where everybody dumps their photos together. So you can get everyone else's pictures that they take too, because other people are taking pictures.
I've already started a family chat because it's like, okay, what do you bring into, you know, the potluck dinner we're going to have?
Exactly. So there's already a family chat going, right? You already have family conversation going. So now we add, hey, drop your photos here of today so that they can all be compiled together. Because it's a great, what do you think about that? Is there any specific pictures that you want taken?
Not really.
Not really. How do you feel about being that so much of the center of attention?
Does it make you feel nerve-sighted?
Yes.
Yeah. It's when you're nervous and excited at the same time, and it feels a little overwhelming sometimes, right?
And we're trying to turn the negative inner thought process into a positive thought process.
So we're nerve-sighted, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why it's important to make sure that you're not taking out the trash. You're checking in with your kiddos, right? Like and yourselves. And
in checking in with yourself, that brings us to number 3, mental preparation. Okay, take some time for self-care before and after the events. This is an emotional time for you and your graduate, and you are also dealing with the energies of those around you during this time. Carry some selenite in your pocket to keep the energy level and protect yourself from harmful energy. Heather's showing us some selenite here. It's an energy crystal. Okay. Try to confront any feelings or negative emotions that may come up beforehand, like if somebody's not able to make the celebrations that you really wanted there, you know, dealing with feelings like that, or oh, this family member's coming and we don't always get along, or whatever those may be. Deal with them beforehand and have a plan to react in a positive way. Okay, remembering the 4 agreements is a great tool to use during this time.
So don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions. Be impeccable with your word and always do your best.
Things come up in life, and it if you're not in your own head, that certainly
really
helps, right?
So if you're focused on your graduate and enjoying the day,
your big rocks,
the big things, when those little things sprinkle in there, they can just sprinkle on down and be grinded out, right?
How do you feel about that?
I'm nerve-sighted.
I'm overwhelmed. You should see the TikTok.
Right. Okay.
Meditate for 20 minutes first thing in the morning to clear your head. Then do a brain dump to help keep your mind on track. This is a really great tip, and we've been creating a lot of space for this on our Facebook page, to just taking a few minutes for yourself get your brain where you want it to be. What are those top 5 things you want from the day? What is it that you want your focus to be on? Because if you're telling yourself, I'm overwhelmed, if you're telling yourself, I'm exhausted, if these are things that you're telling yourself. If we tell ourselves we're excited, if we tell ourselves we're really full today, this is so exciting,
we're filled with joy,
like coming in your intention for it really, really helps you. So keep your big rocks. This is an important day. It's okay to post on social media later, right? You do not need to document every single second on social media. It's most important to be present. You don't get this day back. This is a one day. Our last tip is super important. Don't down day the day after. Do a down day.
Have a down day.
Your party guests list might include out of town friends and family you don't see often. Resist the urge to pack the day after with a full schedule of activities for them. You will feel like doing approximately nothing that day.
And that's okay.
After your wildly successful soiree, so nothing should be planned. You should just relax.
Yeah.
And create space because you don't know what feels are going to come. And you might want to just like lay and snuggle and cry, right? Or you might want to go for a walk and enjoy nature and ground yourself and get reset for yourself and starting the next chapter, right? So we want to say a special shout out to all of our graduates this year. There are a lot of them in our circle,
near and far, all over the place. And like we said earlier, not just our high school graduates, but our college, tech school, everybody who's transitioning on to bigger, better things because they worked hard and they got training.
Yeah. So this is a big time
gaining skills.
You get to take a moment and reflect at all the things you did that are amazing, and you're strong and you did it.
You did it.
You did it.
I keep feeling like I'm like forgetting something.
I survived. You're done with all your homework. You have no homework.
I keep feeling like there's something else that I need to do, but I'm like, no, I finished high school. I have a job. I got into college.
Now what? Right? It's that now what?
Yeah, it's like I feel like I'm not doing something, but I'm doing all the things. So
I was actually talking to one of the other moms of a graduate, that had all of her kids through school, saying that June is weird because there's a lull of now what?
Yeah, and it's okay.
It's okay.
Because it's exactly the feel of it, right?
So now I'm going to ask you, now what? What's your plan?
Well,
today, anyway.
Today.
To be fair.
Change. Who knows? Life is a mystery.
As 2020 taught us. Best laid plans, right?
So I'm planning to go to community college in state for a year and then go out of state for my other 3 years and get my degree in art education and become an art teacher.
It's so exciting.
So excited.
I'm so excited.
And if you know me, you know that it's very fitting.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Can I show them my hat?
Yes, you can show them your hat. So she designed and decorated her own graduation cap.
We'll add the picture to the website so you guys can see
So you guys can see it the right way around.
Okay, so read to them what it says.
This is how lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. And it's a Winnie the Pooh quote.
Winnie the Pooh.
And there's a little bear and there's a couple bumblebees. I like it.
You did it yourself. I hope you like it. It's perfect for you.
Nope.
No, put it right here for now.
Hats are weird. I know. They're a weird shape. So did you have another question?
No, I just want to tell you that I'm so proud of you. And I love you so much.
We're gonna hold space for mom's tears. Okay.
Yeah, but her crying makes me cry. I'm not even emotional.
Listen for a minute.
No, but I wasn't emotional until you started crying.
You're like, I've held it together, Mom. It's fine. Like, I love you. I love you too.
So to help us moms through this time, we have a book by Terry DeBory. It's
Terry Dubois.
Dubois. Thank
Yep.
you. Is it Empty Nest or is it Brighter Skies Ahead?
Brighter Skies Ahead. It's for empty nesters. Yeah.
so we have. I know that it's hard. So here's a woman's tale of how she got through it, and here's some tools. So we are going to drop the links for that. So to help us navigate that.
Right. Right. So as parents, we're remembering that our kids are growing and changing and transitioning too, and it's just as hard on them as it is on us.
Yeah.
Right.
It's hard for them because they're like, why are you crying?
Or stop crying. Oh my gosh. I have been like so emotional. Like last 2 weeks, all the kids are graduating.
That's why I'm making the photo slideshow.
To be fair. All right. So I'm going to read another poem. Never stop learning. On this, your graduation day, all stand and give cheer to honor you for all the work you have done to get there. As we rise and give applause, be sure you don't forget that learning is not over as your future plans are met. May you always be a listener, and learn from all you meet. Always keep a student spirit and your life will be complete. From the Women in Leadership, Body, Soul, Mind, and Business podcast, we want to give a shout out to all the graduates this year. It is your time to fly. Shoot for the moon and you will land amongst the stars. Namaste.
Namaste.